Mel Gibson, a name synonymous with Hollywood success. But behind the camera and away from the spotlight lies a far more complex narrative, a story of controversy, power, and a troubling history with women in the industry. In the late 20th century, Mel Gibson was one of the most bankable stars in Hollywood. From Mad Max to Lethal Weapon, his charisma and talent captivated audiences worldwide. Later, as a director, Gibson reached critical acclaim with films like Braveheart and The Passion of the Christ. But while his professional life was soaring, troubling behavior behind the scenes hinted at a darker side to the Hollywood powerhouse. In the 1990s, Gibson attended a party where he crossed paths with actress Winona Ryder. Decades later, Ryder revealed a shocking memory from that night. She claimed that during their conversation, Gibson made an anti-Semitic remark, referring to her as an oven dodger, a deeply offensive term related to the Holocaust. She also alleged that Gibson made homophobic comments in the same interaction. The story came to light in a 2010 GQ interview, where Ryder described how the comments left her stunned. Despite Gibson's denial of the accusations, the incident resonated with many who were already aware of his troubling history. One of the most widely publicized controversies involving Gibson was his relationship with Russian musician Oksana Grigorieva. What began as a romantic partnership ended in a storm of legal battles and shocking revelations. In 2010, Grigorieva accused Gibson of domestic violence, claiming he physically assaulted her in front of their child. Audio recordings of phone calls between the two were leaked, capturing Gibson's violent threats and racial slurs. His language was not only abusive but revealed deep-seated misogyny. The case resulted in Gibson pleading no contest to a misdemeanor battery charge. This scandal was a turning point in Gibson's career, tarnishing his public image and alienating many fans and colleagues. Although this incident didn't involve a specific female celebrity, it demonstrated a pattern of behavior that women in his life had also reportedly experienced. In 2006, Gibson was arrested for driving under the influence. During the arrest, he launched into an anti-Semitic tirade, blaming Jewish people for all the wars in the world. The backlash was swift. Gibson issued a public apology, but the damage to his reputation was profound. Many in Hollywood, including prominent female figures, publicly condemned his actions, and Gibson faced professional setbacks in the years that followed. Over the years, Gibson's behavior has led to strained relationships with several women in the industry. While not always as publicized as the incidents with Ryder or Grigorieva, these interactions add to the larger narrative. Female co-stars and collaborators have described him as difficult to work with, citing moments of disrespect and tension on set. In interviews, Gibson has made dismissive or offensive remarks about women, further cementing his reputation as a divisive figure. The fallout from Gibson's controversies wasn't limited to his personal relationships. It sparked broader conversations about accountability in Hollywood. After the MeToo movement gained momentum, Gibson's history was revisited, with many questioning why he was still offered opportunities in the industry. Female celebrities like Natalie Portman and Deborah Messing have spoken out against Gibson, criticizing Hollywood's willingness to overlook his behavior. And despite this, some defenders in the industry argue that Gibson has paid his dues and should be allowed a second chance. In recent years, Gibson has attempted to rehabilitate his image. He directed the critically acclaimed Hacksaw Ridge in 2016 and has made occasional acting appearances. But the question remains, can a legacy so deeply tainted by allegations of racism, misogyny, and abuse ever truly be redeemed? For many, the answer lies in how Gibson and Hollywood choose to address his past, not with denial or deflection, but with accountability and change. Mel Gibson's story is one of contradictions. A brilliant actor and director whose talent is overshadowed by his troubling behavior. As we reflect on his interactions with female celebrities and the controversies surrounding him, it's clear that his legacy is as much about his actions off-screen as it is about his work on-screen. The question we're left with is this: should Hollywood continue to celebrate a figure whose history with women is marked by so much pain and controversy? Or is it time to hold him and others like him fully accountable? Mel Gibson's dark history is not just his own. It's a mirror reflecting Hollywood's ongoing struggle with power, privilege, and the treatment of women.